In today's interconnected world, international relations are as dynamic as ever. Geopolitical tensions, historical conflicts, and global policies all shape how countries perceive each other. As we move through, certain countries have become the focus of global dislike for various reasons. In this blog post, we will explore the top 10 most hated countries in the world, examining why these nations face significant international criticism. Number 1. Russia, a complex geopolitical landscape. Russia, a nation with a rich cultural heritage and vast natural resources, remains a contentious player on the global stage. The ongoing conflict in Ukraine, marked by military aggression and territorial disputes, has severely damaged Russia's international standing. Cities like Donetsk and Luhansk in eastern Ukraine have become flashpoints in this conflict, drawing widespread condemnation. Moreover, accusations of election interference and cyber attacks aimed at undermining democratic institutions in various countries have further marred Russia's reputation. Allegations include meddling in the 2016 US presidential election and various European elections, contributing to a climate of distrust. The international community has responded with stringent sanctions, impacting Russia's economy and its citizens. Moscow, the capital, often finds itself at the center of these geopolitical tensions, with many countries remaining wary of Russia's ambitions. Despite these challenges, Russia continues to exert significant influence on the global stage. Its actions are closely watched, and its future moves will undoubtedly shape international relations for years to come. For those navigating this complex landscape, understanding Russia's role and ambitions is crucial. Number 2. China. China's rapid ascent as an economic and military powerhouse has positioned it at the center of international scrutiny. The Chinese government's actions in Hong Kong, such as the implementation of the national security law, have sparked widespread protests and condemnation. Hong Kong, once a beacon of autonomy, now faces increasing control from Beijing, leading to global outcry. In Xinjiang, the treatment of Uyghur Muslims has drawn severe criticism from human rights organizations and governments worldwide. Reports of mass detentions and forced labor have led to accusations of human rights abuses, further tarnishing China's image. China's stance on Taiwan continues to be a contentious issue, with Beijing asserting its claim over the island, despite Taiwan's push for international recognition and independence. This geopolitical tension is a constant source of friction in the Asia-Pacific region. Moreover, the global expansion of Chinese tech giants like Huawei and TikTok has raised alarm over data privacy and cybersecurity. Concerns about surveillance and the potential misuse of data have led some countries to restrict or ban Chinese technology. Despite these controversies, China's influence on the world stage continues to grow. Understanding China's policies and their global implications is essential in navigating the complex dynamics of international relations. Number 3. North Korea. North Korea's authoritarian regime, under the leadership of Kim Jong-un, continues to provoke international condemnation. The country's persistent nuclear weapons program, along with severe human rights abuses and a repressive political system, makes North Korea a focal point of global criticism. The isolated nature of the regime and its provocative missile tests keep North Korea in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. Number 4. Iran. Iran's role in regional conflicts, its contentious nuclear program, and the ongoing human rights issues contribute to its negative international image. The country's involvement in conflicts across the Middle East, such as in Syria and Yemen, and its tense relationship with Western nations, especially the United States, fuels global discontent. Sanctions and diplomatic standoffs further characterize Iran as a controversial actor on the world stage. Number 5. Turkey. Turkey's foreign policies and internal issues have garnered significant international criticism. The country's involvement in regional conflicts, such as the Syrian civil war, and its controversial military operations have drawn criticism from various international actors. Additionally, the suppression of dissent and restrictions on press freedom within Turkey contribute to its image as a country facing international condemnation. Number 6. Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia's global reputation is affected by its human rights record and involvement in regional conflicts. Issues such as the treatment of women, the execution of political dissenters, and the country's role in the Yemeni civil war attract international scrutiny. The global community closely watches Saudi Arabia's policies and actions, often resulting in criticism and negative perceptions. Number 7. Venezuela. Venezuela's political and economic crises have garnered significant international criticism. The country's ongoing humanitarian crisis, economic collapse, and the political turmoil surrounding President Nicolás Maduro have drawn widespread condemnation. The severe shortages of basic goods, along with the authoritarian nature of the regime, are central to the negative perceptions of Venezuela on the global stage. Number 8. Myanmar. Myanmar, also known as Burma, has faced severe international backlash due to its handling of the Rohingya crisis and ongoing internal conflicts. The military-led government's persecution of the Rohingya Muslim minority and its role in the violent suppression of dissent have led to global criticism. Human rights organizations and international bodies have condemned Myanmar for its severe human rights abuses. Number 9. Belarus. Belarus, under the leadership of President Alexander Lukashenko, is often criticized for its authoritarian regime and the suppression of political opposition. The violent crackdown on protesters following the disputed 2020 presidential election and the overall lack of democratic freedoms contribute to the global disdain for Belarus. International sanctions and diplomatic isolation further characterize the country's negative international image. Number 10. Syria. Syria's brutal civil war, ongoing humanitarian crisis, and the Assad regime's repressive policies have earned the country a spot among the most hated nations. The conflict has led to a staggering loss of life, displacement of millions, and widespread devastation. The international community continues to condemn the Syrian government's actions and policies, which have been marked by severe human rights violations. Conclusion. The global landscape is shaped by a complex web of international relations, historical conflicts, and current events. The countries listed above are seen as some of the most hated in the world due to a combination of their domestic policies, international actions, and the global response to these factors. Understanding these issues helps us grasp the broader context of international relations and the reasons behind global perceptions of these nations. As we navigate a rapidly changing world, it's crucial to stay informed about global issues and the forces shaping international opinions. While this list reflects current sentiments, international relations are always evolving, and the perceptions of these countries may shift in the future.